comes a time in man's life he has to fight his demons, change his perspective, leave behind the life of lies and scheming. When your family's at stake, there's no impunity. Every choice he makes can trickle down to his community. Building foundations for hard work and patience. These are the lessons we'll be passing down for generations. A place where men won't just accept their fate quietly. Welcome to the modern dad society.
You're listening to My Dad DeShazer.
Welcome to the society.
Welcome back to the Modern Dad Society podcast. We understand that our children learn from our actions, not just their words. We believe in personal development, highlighting the powerful influence of staying present and making conscious choices in shaping our lives and the legacy we pass down to the next generation. I am your host, DeShazer, and like always, take a deep breath in, hold it, and exhale, being present in this very moment with gratitude in your soul and love in your heart. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today's this very special day. I don't want to brag or anything, but your boy's birthday. I don't dig too deep into it, but I do appreciate the June 21st, as it's a very important date, has it been for 33 years. But yeah, so I'm, reaching this point now where as I get older, I start to realize that, I'm having to grow within my intuition as a father. And, the role of a parent involves you having good intuition. And so parenting is a journey filled with countless of decisions that we have to make, different challenges, and, even moments of joy. But for fathers, intuition plays a huge, crucial part in the role of navigating the complex terrain. Intuition often is described as, the gut feeling or maybe that inner knowing, that inner voice. It's a powerful tool that can guide fathers in making decisions and benefit the family's well-being. And so while society often emphasizes logic and reason, the ability to trust and act on one's intuition is equally important for fathers. And so intuition really helps us as fathers understand our children on a deeper level, even when words fall short. And it enables us to understanding our children's needs and their emotions and the unspoken concerns. And so this empathetic connection really creates a strong bond between us and our children. And it creates a really good solid foundation of trust and security. Additionally, intuition allows for fathers to respond to situations with authenticity and compassion, and leading us more of a meaningful interaction and effective problem solving. We have to be aware when we are fathers and being intuitive to the world around us. How do you do that? Well, I'm always going to tell people, make sure you have a good, solid spiritual foundation. Okay, make sure you have that personal connection with the Most High. Make sure you're implementing that within the family as well. Because without that, I'm going to be honest with you, I can't be confident in your leadership ability to lead your family if you're not implementing those spiritual foundations within the family. My children and I, we have Bible study every night. Okay. Some nights we may miss some nights, but most of the time we're having Bible study, and we're reading out of a kid's Bible, and my wife and I will read out of the adult curriculum, whatever, if you will. But I allow my children to engage in the Bible study. I ask them questions, and I learned a lot about what they don't understand just by asking these questions. I actually learned a lot, and you will learn a lot too. You'd be surprised what your children do and do not know. But the only way I was able to do this is by having in these engaging conversations. And I'm looking back at my meter too to make sure that I'm not peaking. I'm an audio engineer by career, so it's a little bit of a bothersome for me if it's peaking. So yeah, you want to cultivate this intuition, and cultivating this intuition requires practice and willingness to tune in to one's inner voice, the inner knowing, that discernment. And so always say mindfulness and presence is a good way to start when it comes to being able to be fully intuitive and present in the moment, and enhance the awareness and allows for us to pick up on subtle cues of our children. And it practiced, things like meditation, deep breath work also helps too. My wife and I were coaching a couple years ago during the pandemic, and they were in separate homes, about to get a divorce, and we managed to talk them off the ledge. And after 2 months, they came back in the home together. They were working on all the exercises we gave to them, and they were getting a lot better. And by that third month, we were ending our program with them, and everything was fine. They were rekindling their relationship. They thanked us. But then they realized there was another challenge they were dealing with. They found out that their young daughter was on TikTok communicating to a young boy and sending him videos and pictures and stuff. Turns out that young boy wasn't really as young as they thought he was. He was an older man. And so this girl was about 11 or 12 years old. And so sometimes when we allow the world to distract us and consume our mind and our attention, we miss out and lose the ability to have the intuition, to be intuitive of what's going on in the lives of our children. And so being mindful and being present is very important in order for you to maintain that solid intuitive foundation. And so, long story short, everything's fine. They were able to deal with it. And not only did the couple get closer together, but they also got closer together with their daughter as well, because now the daughter knew that she can come to them and trust and communicate to them about things that she was going through in her life. So it was a beautiful thing. Now they're having kids and everything, and me and my wife, we always joke and say they're our kids too, because we had something to do with that. So, but we mean that lightly. But so yeah, that's you. We want to make sure you remain mindful and present. You also want to make sure you trust your instincts. One of the biggest things that I know that I have done in the end, they say it all the time too, right? When you're taking a test, your first answer is usually the right one. So you have to make sure you trust those instincts and exercise it. And that involves acknowledging and valuing your gut feeling. And fathers, we can practice by making small decisions based on our intuition and observe the outcome. And this builds the confidence within ourselves to be able to be more discerning and more in tune to our instincts. And our instincts are important. We are still somewhat, we're primal, right? We're human animals. And so our instinct helps keep us alive in this world as well. So we have to make sure we tune into that. Make a mistake. The biggest thing that you can do is, beat yourself up about it and have a hard time making decisions again. And don't do that. So yes, you want to make sure you're trusting your instinct. Also, too, you want to make sure you reflect and journal. Reflecting and journaling are really good ways to strengthen your intuition. Regular reflection and journaling is about parenting experience, and it can help us as fathers recognize patterns and insights, that arise from our intuition. And so writing down our thoughts and feelings provides clarity and reinforces intuitive understanding. It allows you to also go back and to read. And one thing that I like to do is, I have a gratitude journal. Everything that happens in my life, I make sure that I write down those things that are good, because the more you are aware of the good things, the more you will see more of that in the world. Another is what you can do as well is seek feedback. So engage in open communication with your partner and other trusted individuals, and allows you to gain more different perspectives. I always tell people, men, fathers, if you're not married, it's important for you to be a part of a community, because it's with that community that you can get those perspectives. If you're wrong about something, they're going to tell you. If you're right about it, then they'll tell you, and you'll be more confident in decisions and you leading your family. But if you're single, you're not married, you're not dating, and it's just you need to make sure you have that community that you're a part of. Someone to hold you accountable to certain decisions that you're making and things that you're doing. It's very important and very key for that. So make sure you have that feedback, and also stay connected. You want to make sure you stay connected when it comes to spending quality time with your children, because this creates a more deeper connection, as I always say. And engaging in activities and encouraging bonding and communication strengthens that intuitive link between father and child. And the only way you're going to be able to know the gentle shifts of your children's personality or the things they're going through in life is by being present, is by opening your eyes and seeing. Because sometimes whatever's in here, okay, our mind's eye is so heavy and so strong, we're not seeing right in front of us. I know I've been a victim of that multiple times. And so being able to clear that cloud allows you to see your family, to see your children, and you'll be able to be in tune with their emotions and things that's going on. And the older they get, the more important it's going to be too. Because kids right now, my oldest is 8 years old, okay? They're still speaking their mind. They're still talking out loud, saying their thoughts out loud. My 2-year-old, we're still working on potty training them, and we'll hear him playing with his sisters, and out of nowhere we hear him say poo-poo potty. And we know he's going to come to us to come sit on the potty to use the restroom. And so his thoughts are very loud, and we hear them. So eventually that's going to go away. And I'm sure for those of you who have older children have noticed that your children are now a little bit more quiet, closed in. They don't really verbalize everything like they used to. So, so make sure you're staying connected with them. And so, yes, I just wanted to share this with you today. Like I said, I can't talk long because it's your boy's birthday, and the baby mama want to take your boy out and have dinner. So, but I did want to spend some time with you all today, this Friday, to give you some value on something that's been on my heart lately when it comes to being intuitive. And the older I get, the more distractions, the more I take on, right? As a father, as a business owner, the more I'm endangered of losing that intuitive mindset, that discernment that allows me to, most importantly, lead my family. So thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you're on YouTube, you can listen to some Spotify and Apple. And if you're on Spotify and Apple and audio, you can listen to this on YouTube. And make sure you are liking and you are subscribing and you are engaging in the comment section so it could boost me up in the algorithms. All right. So, like I always like to say, be conscious, stay present always. I will see you next time in the Modern Dad Study Podcast. Be blessed.